Hi guys! Welcome to Law Diaries Lex Comentarios. So for today's video, we are going to talk about Article 23 of the RPC. So let's read the provision. So Article 23, effect of pardon by the offended party. A pardon by the offended party does not extinguish criminal action except as provided in Article 344 of this Code, but civil liability with regard to the interest of the injured party is extinguished by his express waiver. So ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng provisions na to guys? So Article 23 talks about effect of the pardon of the offended party. So ano yung magiging epekto kapag yung offended party is nagbigay ng pardon? Pardon guys, means forgiveness or forgiving something, ganon-ganon. So ano yung magiging effect ng pardon dun sa offender kapag binigyan siya ng pardon ng offended party? Intindihan nyo ba? So, sabi dito sa provision na to guys, a pardon by the offended party does not extinguish criminal action except as provided in Article 344 in this Code. So, the general rule guys is that yung pardon na binigay ng offended party guys, hindi siya nag-extinguish ng criminal action. So, ang ibig sabihin ng general rule guys is that even though nagbigay na ng pardon yung offended party, it doesn't mean na mawawala or may extinguish na yung criminal action.
It means guys that the fiscal can still prosecute the offender. Maaari pa rin patawan ng punishment yung offender ng crime kahit na pinatawad na siya ng offended party. That is the general rule.
So such pardon by the offended party is not even a ground for the dismissal of the complaint or information. So kahit again, kahit pinatawad ka na ng offended party guys, it is not a reason para ma-dismiss na yung criminal action mo. Ikaw, na offender ka. Ganun. So ano yung reason behind this rots? So yung reason ito guys is a crime committed is an offense against the state. In criminal cases, the intervention of the aggrieved parties is limited to being witness for the prosecution. This is stated in the case of People versus Despavillador. Only the chief executive can pardon the offenders. So, yun pala yung reason, guys. Kahit magbigay ka ng pardon, it doesn't mean na bababanish or madidismiss na yung criminal complaint or action dun sa ginawa mo.
Kasi, guys, yung crime na nakumit ng isang offender, guys, is an offense against the state.
So, therefore, only the chief executive, guys, can give pardon. But this is a general rule and this rule is not absolute, meaning merong mga exemptions dito sa rule na to. And this exemption is stated in Article 23, which is except as provided in Article 344 of this Code. So, yung mga exemption na binigay under 344, guys, it provides for prosecution of the crimes of adultery, concubinage, seduction, abduction, rape, and acts of lasciviousness. So, ito yung mga acts under 344. So, a pardon which prevents the prosecution of offenses of seduction, abduction, rape, or acts of lasciviousness refers to pardon extended by the private offended party before the filing of the criminal complaint in court. So, bakit under sa 344 na provision, guys, is naging exemption siya? This is because, guys, yung pardon na binibigay mo, guys, is hindi siya offense against the state, but to private person. So, ito yung exemption. But, may exemption pa rin tayo sa exemption, guys. And that is, dapat yung pardon na ibibigay ng offended party is na ibigay niya prior to the filing of the criminal complaint.
So, again, yung pardon dapat maibigay siya before the filing of a criminal complaint.
If a pardon given after the filing of a criminal complaint in court comes too late and does not prohibit nor bar the prosecution of the offense, the only exemption is being marriage between the offender and the offended party. Marriage by the offender with the offended party being one of the modes of total extinction of criminal liability.
So again guys, kung under ka dun sa exemption ng provisions ng 344, so pwede mong i-pardon or pwede mong patawarin yung offender if ikaw si offended party. But ang exemption nito guys, dapat binigay mo yung pagpapatawad or binigay mo yung pardon mo prior to the filing of the criminal complaint in the court. But again, may exemption na naman dito sa exemption ng exemption guys, which is marriage. So kapag yung offender guys is asawa mo, so pwede pa rin ma-extinguish yung criminal complaint or ganun.
So again, pardon in private crimes must be made before the institution of the criminal action. After the case is filed in court, a pardon made by the private complaint, whether by sworn statement or on the witness stand, cannot extinguish criminal liabilities. So yun. Compromise does not extinguish criminal liability. So, ano yung compromise, guys? Compromise is agreement or parang mag-agree kayo na wag na lang akong ikulong. Ay, bibigyan ko na lang kayo ng isang baka. Yung mga ganon. Compromise or parang settlement or things alike. So, it is a well settled that criminal liability for estafa is not affected by compromise, for it is a public offense which must be prosecuted and punished by the government on its own motion, even though complete reparation should have been made of the damage suffered by the offended party. This is cited in the case of People versus Benitez. So there may be compromise upon the civil liability arising from an offense, but such compromise shall not extinguish the public action and imposition of the legal penalty. A contract is stipulating for the renunciation of the right to prosecute an offense or waiving a criminal liability is void. The consideration or subject matter is illegal.
Kapag gumawa kayo ng kontrata guys na mag-compromise na wala na yung offense or yung mga ganun bagay, yung contract na ginawa mo guys would be considered void, invalid for reason of public policy of course, and it would be considered illegal, so walang effect pa rin nun.
Pardon under Article 344 is only a bar to criminal prosecution. So even under Article 344, guys, the pardon by the offended party does not extinguish criminal liability. It is only a bar to criminal prosecution. Article 89, providing for total extinction of criminal liability, does not mention pardon by the offended party as one of the causes of totally extinguishing criminal liability. So, yung pardon dito sa Article 344, guys, it only bars criminal prosecution or parang pinipigilan lang niya yung pag-prosecute ng ginawa mong crime or ganun, but it doesn't mean na ma-extinguish na yung criminal liability mo. So, ganun yon. Yun na nga, no? Tapos na tayo dito sa first parang sentence, which is a pardon by the offended party does not extinguish criminal action except as provided in Article 344 of this code. Now, pumunta naman tayo dito sa pangalawa, statement, but civil liability with regard to the interest of the injured party is extinguished by his express waiver. So, as a general rule, an offense causes two classes of injury. So, may dalawang klase ng injury yung mabibigay or produkto or result ng isang offense. One is the social injury and the other one is the personal injury. So, yung social injury, guys, it's produced by the disturbance and alarm, which are the outcome of the offense, and then yung personal injury naman, it caused to the victim of the crime who suffered damage either to his person, to his property, to his honor, or to her chastity. So, sa social injury is sought to be repaired through the imposition of the corresponding penalties. Dito guys, the state has an interest in this class of injury. So, the offended party cannot pardon the offender so as to relieve him from penalty.
So kapag social injury yung nakumit guys, ito yung commission ng offense which is against the state. So kahit patawarin ka pa ng offended party, it does not extinguish you or it does not banish or diminish your criminal liability. Ganun.
But since personal injury is repaired through indemnity, which is civil in nature, the offended party may waive it and the state has no reason to insist in its payment.
So kapag personal injury yung nakamit guys, so pwedeng bigay ng indemnity yung offenders sa offended parties, and then the state cannot hindi na siya maaaring makibagay. So yung state guys, hindi na siya maaaring maki-intervene doon kasi personal naman yun. So out na dyan yung state, labas ka na state, huwag ka nang maki-intervene or charot-charot.
But here guys, we need to also note that the waiver here should be in express. It must be in express, it must not be given impliedly. Okay? So, yung express guys, meaning you can give your waiver through written or mga ganun-ganun. So, yung implied is parang basta. Ganun yun. I think this ends my video guys. Again, Article 23 talks about the effect of the pardon given by the offended party to you. Again, in general, yung offended party or yung pardon na binigay sa'yo ng offended party does not extinguish a criminal action but for certain exemption under Article 344. But yung civil liability guys in favor of the offended party, pwede yung ma-waive under the exemption na dapat express yung paggawa ng waive, hindi yung implied lang. Express means through written or ganun-ganun, parang clear talaga na binigay niya talaga yung waiver niya dun sa offender. So, yun na guys. I hope you learned something from this video. This is Article 23 of the RPC. Thank you so much for watching guys. Hope you liked this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye!